Okay, item 10, conduct of business. First item is A, adopt resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a construction contract with JJR Construction Incorporated for the concrete repair project in the amount of $193,645 and approving a construction budget in the amount of $242,100. Staff, please.
Good evening. The purpose of this contract is to perform during this 09-010 budget year all of the needed concrete repair, replacement, or installation work. Those type of projects will include the sidewalks. This will be our second year in the sidewalk repair program. Will be our intent to follow up with you with a proposal establishing and recommending and then seeking your approval, establishing priorities for the next phase of the sidewalk repair program. It is our intent to take our recommendation to the subcommittee in the next 3-4 weeks, and then to come back to full council with those recommendations from the subcommittee. Just as a additional information for you, last year, as part of the first year of this sidewalk program, the residents of the city really took advantage of the offer of the city to use our contractor for their sidewalk repair, and 31 of the residents took advantage of our program and basically made repair to the sidewalk in front of their property. Also, any curb and gutter repair during this next year. This will include also the accessible curb ramps, our ADA program, which is a different CIP project in our this year's CIP budget. To propose priorities for this program also will be part of our recommendation for the next phase of sidewalk program. The department already made actually 3 prior commitment for ADA ramp installation, and this is on Cherry, where that additional crosswalk was implemented without the ADA. This will be one of the first item which the department will ask the contractor to perform. Also on Sneed was a crosswalk installed without the ADA, and also our commitment was to install the ADA ramps on San Bruno and downtown area. Those are already prior commitment made for ADA ramps, but will be our intent to come back to you with the recommendation how to prioritize the ADA and also the sidewalk repair program. Probably will be part of our recommendation to focus on pedestrian emphasized area as the next phase for this sidewalk implementation program, repair program, but certainly will be our intent to have those discussions with you and to give you the opportunity to make the policy decision on that matter. Also will be our intent to use this contract for small project implementation. How is our traffic calming program, CIP program for this year, and also for utility repairs. When water or sewer makes any major repair work, the concrete, the sidewalk, and the curb and gutter need to be replaced. And this contract will be used for them to schedule those repairs and to perform those repairs. As you see, the bid was opened on July of this year. I am going in the wrong direction. And 4 contractors made a proposal to our request, and the price was very advantageous for the city. This is very good environment for any agency work to be done, that the proposals are very good from a price point of view. The city will be able to do more work than how initially was our intent. As you see, the engineering estimate for this work was $270,000. And what I am requesting you today to authorize the city manager to sign the contract for a contract amount of $193,000 plus a 25% contingency, which will increase our construction budget to $242,000. The funding for this contract will come from many different sources, how I indicated before discussing the scope of the project. Is our expectation that the residents will use this year also this opportunity and to have to replace the damaged sidewalk in front of their property. Our estimation is that this will be again around $30,000. Measure A is $110,000, which mainly includes those traffic calming project, and also certain portion of our surface rehabilitation project. Redevelopment fund is for the same reason, for ADA and also for our sidewalk program. Stormwater fund is included also for one of our CIP stormwater project, and wastewater and water, all those are included in our operation budget for concrete repair work needed for operation. The total funding is, how I indicated before, $242,000. If you have any question.
Any questions of
Through the
staff?
chair. The one question I had looking at the budget was the contingency of 25%, which seems rather large. And why is it so high for this proposal?
Our intent here will depend on your approval. How much, based on our discussion, will be a very long list, like for the sidewalk repair, will be a very long list of needed repair citywide, and will depend on the agreed priority, how far the city want to go down on that list. And adding this contingency give us more flexibility, how much the city and the department will be able to ask the contractor to do and to perform based on your direction on the priorities, knowing that this is a very, very good proposal and the cost is very low.
What follow-up, what would be the normal contingency that we might see? So we're seeing 25% now. Is it 10, 15? What's the norm?
Probably 15% would be a more usual, but this really is not a lump sum contract that basically I don't know, probably is known 40% exactly today, but exactly project this contractor will perform. The remaining 60%, and this is just a estimated percentage on my part, will depend on further refinement of the program. And really will be up to us where to draw the line, how much how much work they will do.
Okay.
Through the chair.
Councilman Rivera?
I think I understand what's going on here is that the bid process was based on quantities, so not necessarily projects.
Correct.
So the city gave them quantities of how much, you would do this, and so what came back was based on unit costs,
Correct.
certain lengths of, amounts of driveway apron and curb and gutters. So my question is, and it's sort of similar to my colleague, is if there was budgeted if there was an estimate of 270,000, why don't we just put that on the table and say, work with it based on your unit cost? I understand. I mean, I think it's great that they came in almost $80,000 below the estimate, and by all means, I know I can speak for myself in that subcommittee, is that we're way behind in replacing stuff. So if the money's there, if the money's accounted for, why are we now still even going $30,000 less than that we were prepared to pay? I mean, I don't know how many. I mean, putting out how many more sidewalk flags that you can, how many more handicap ramps you can do with $30,000. So.
Councilmember Ibarra, your comment is absolutely logical, and your question is, is obvious. Is very appropriate. That could have been done. The intent was here to really try to define also to a certain degree. Even if you see that how the proposal came back that basically $9 per square foot, and last year was 11. That really mean that even if the proposal came back per square foot was some kind of description and limitation how this contract would work. Was included in our specification that will be a minimum guarantee, and also will be given to them in chunks, in phases, that you are not just calling them up each day that I want to do here this project, that will be in 5 different phases, giving them enough work in one time, defining a certain work area, how they can be more efficient and cost efficient for themselves also. And that's the reason why our estimate was higher, and when for the same kind of quantity of work, they proposed this price. That was our intent, just to stick to our initial plan, but that doesn't mean that this cannot be increased and basically spend all of the 270,000. Based on our priority and policy discussion on the sidewalk program, will be your desire to increase that dollar to 270. Certainly will be our intent to verify with our legal department if any legal concern about increasing over 25% the initial cost, what kind of implication that will have on the bid procedure itself. That typically increasing the contract amount can create some challenges that not all of the bidders had the same level of knowledge.
I think it's a good approach, because you're basically you're basically signing on for a service agreement, and so in coordination as the year goes on, you can call upon them to do certain areas. So, well, good luck on that.
Good. Any other questions, concerns? Action by the City Council?
I'll introduce the resolution, please.
Thank you.
Councilmember Rivera.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ruane.
Aye.